You got this guy acting like Pitbull over here today. Dale!
Hey! What's
305,
up, guys?
dale!
Hey, it's the family. Yeah, it's the family. What's up, guys?
Backhanded, obviously scammer. Snapshot fakers with my 4/5 hammer. Alleged because I never descend. Fucking retire your style because you can't contend. Picking up the mic when it's time to go solo. Homes I got 4 rounds and my 4 got polo. Ill little schemer. Yes, the ill is in the Don Buddha rolling through in a big fat beamer. Lounge and relaxing, time for some action. Know I'm getting paid when I make a transaction. Tossing, turning, I leave the mic burning. When I drop clothes, there ain't no returning. Exactly. Meet, motherfucker.
All right, guys. Welcome to the show. It's you, me, Rebo, and the other one viewer we have out there. How's it going? Hopefully it gets up to 3 or maybe 5 tonight. I don't know.
We will call them Senor or Senora Uno because we don't know who you are.
You know, they don't let us give a free weed giveaway or nothing like that. So it's kind of hard to recruit the people onto the channel. We need to bribe them or something. You know how they have those ads for those race cars and shit? It's like, hey, win a Nissan GTR. Follow our fucking channel. And then you're entered into the lottery. Should we do some shit like that? And then except nobody wins a fucking thing because nobody ever wins a fucking thing in those things. You know what I mean? We could just AI it and then be like, oh yeah, this is the last fucking
here winner. You'll be a winner.
Yeah. And it's like some, little Indian kid from a little village who's never gonna fucking drive it, but he's like, yeah, fucking what? Yeah. Oh man.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. What assholes, huh? We didn't do it. But yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying that it's about that time. Uh-oh.
Bum bum Bholenath ki jai.
Ah, yes.
Bum bum
Back
Bholenath.
to the game. So I have some Maltese here that I mixed with what the fuck did I mix it with? I hate it when I forget what I mixed it with. It's a little bit of runts in there and something else. It's gonna kick my ass and make me want to go to bed on time too. Because man, I've been up I've not been able to sleep. I don't know, my sleep's been all fucked up. 2 o'clock in the morning, 3, waking up at 7, and sleeping in the afternoon. I don't know what the fuck is up. It's like I'm smoking too much weed.
Me, it's like today that injection on Monjero 6 today, but
yeah.
At least tomorrow's Thursday. Week's almost over.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for sleeping in Sunday morning or Saturday morning.
Oh yeah, it's always a good thing sleeping in on the weekend, getting some rest. Yep.
Just leisurely get up at my own pace, pot of coffee on, just chill.
Yeah, how's that Kona coffee treat you? What's your true impression of it? So that kind of coffee, it's not the kind that you go on a farm tour. This guy, Kona Bill, has been going to the Hawaii these farmers markets for over 25, 30 years. He's a true farmer. This guy farms this shit himself. His knees are all fucked up now because he's old, and he is, he's a true farmer. He's been fucking doing coffee beans for over 25 years, and that's who you're getting your coffee from. So it's not some hyped up stuff. He doesn't really enter competitions, and I found this coffee to be very enjoyable. I personally really liked it. I've tried
Oh, that's
other
good.
different. I've tried award-winning coffees, ones that have won winter awards, and I really like his. It's the altitude in terms of it being a mountain style coffee, elevation over I think it was over 3,000, no 2,300 and up elevations, 2,500 feet I think in elevation is where he's growing all of this stuff. So that's where you got your coffee beans from. Very very high elevation, and then and then it really doesn't make a difference between pea berry, like smaller coffee beans, or the larger ones. To be honest with you, the larger ones actually have a lot of flavor. So
I mean, I've had a lot of different coffee through the years, and same, the Blue Mountain stuff and other various ones, and yeah, no, that really had some amazing flavor to it. I've been enjoying the fuck out of it. That's one of those where, like put it this way: when I came home tonight, I made a pot of the Cafe Bustelo because I knew I only wanted a couple cups, and it was more for I just wanted a coffee. I didn't want time to enjoy the nice J, or you know what I mean. I'm gonna save that
yeah,
for Saturday when I'm at home and I can brew a whole fucking pot and sit there through the day and drink. Yes, now so
very enjoyable. I really like their light roast coffee. Their light roast coffee is so fucking good. I prefer it with just nothing, maybe just like a spill of milk, and that's it. You know, but it's just so freaking delicious because I went on this coffee tour and I just kept fucking drinking coffee out of this thing, that thing, and the other thing. It was just
I remember that the
it was so
very first
delicious.
time in my life that I ever had French press coffee is
Okay, what was your experience like?
oh I went to see my buddy in Switzerland. This was the very first time that I had traveled outside of America by myself.
Oh,
So
really? Huh?
yeah. So this was like right before I had ended up living in Switzerland for a while. So I went over there to visit, and I want to say it was probably second or third day there. And we got up in the morning and went for a walk, smoked the J, and he's like, "Yeah, how about a coffee?" I was like, "That's a fucking great idea. Let's do it." And we went to this mall,
Oh,
and we went to a cafe inside the mall. He ordered the coffee for the table, and the way he ordered it, he got a French press, a 2-cup French press for me, for him, and for our buddy.
okay.
And the first thing, as soon as we sat down in this cafe, I was instantly in love with the place. You know why?
Why?
Guess what they put on the table as soon as I sat down and they said good morning?
Oh, a cigarette.
They put an ashtray down. I was like, I'm home, baby. I'm
Well,
home.
some places in Switzerland, with your meal, you're given a cigarette and a lighter, and that's like on the table too. You know,
Oh,
and yeah,
I loved
it's
it. I
crazy.
loved
Oh, man, they got so much awesome culture there. See, we have such a culture of overdoing things, and obviously, we're not guilty. Grew up in that kind of culture. We smoke a lot of this. I get it. Whereas they don't overindulge that way, and I appreciate how someone can enjoy one cigarette after dinner. Because when
it. I
I
mean,
used to smoke cigarettes, I think the most I'd really smoke is like 10 a day. Really wouldn't go much over that. Like, what the
yeah, I
fuck am
can't
I
say
doing?
that.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but I mean, like when I had my hookah lounge, there was a point I was smoking 3.5, 4 packs a day.
Yeah, what is the point of that, though? I mean, it's kind of nice to kind of have, that the hanging out about,
I mean, with me,
I could do this all day too, but at some point you hit a barrier, you can't taste anything, you're like, I need to chill out.
I never, had that issue. And I mean, me in general, I just,
Yeah.
with the retail and, the stuff that I used to do, I mean, I was just, always going. And
Okay.
it was at that time I didn't smoke 100s either. That was all Kings. So, and you know, if you've ever been around me, you know the way I smoke cigarettes. I take big hits. So a King cigarette is only going to be, you know, a couple puffs. Okay, I'm done. Then here's the next one. So that was half the reason I switched to 100s is I found myself smoking way less.
You know what? If I had things my way and I was big boss man, I really would just walk around all day with a J, constantly lit, I feel like. Because that's kind of what I did during one of my vacations where, you know, I had enough and then it was just my drink of choice. Everyone has their drink of choice. So for you, Coca-Cola, me, my Diet Dr. Pepper, you know? And then it's just that and a J, and I'm just chilling out and loving it, you know?
Speaking
just
of,
chilling. And those are my two things to chill out with. What's your way to kind of chill out? Is it just that coffee, or like what kind of takes that anxiety away? Where you're like,
all
I
depends
feel
on
good.
the mood.
Yeah,
all depends on my mood. So
okay.
that could be, you know, and also the time of day.
Yeah.
I'm a very, you know, seasonal, you know, time of like, you know, time, place oriented type thing. So if it's my day off and I'm waking up first thing in the morning, that's coffee or chai. 100%. 100%. First thing in the morning, coffee or chai. And it could be hot or ice. There's no, it has to be this or it has to be just what I'm feeling. Just what I'm feeling that morning. I wake up and I want a hot coffee. I'm getting a hot coffee. It don't matter if it's 80 degrees outside. You know? and on the flip side, I wake up one morning, want an iced coffee, and it's fucking -10. Guess what? I'm still getting that fucking iced coffee.
I mean, do you remember that one thing about Indians and hot weather and stuff? That was funny as hell.
I mean, that a lot of my family members were on that. Hey, chai pilo. Tanu jata hai. Evil hoy.
You know what that means? It means, hey guys. Oh, that's too funny, guys. It means,
yeah,
it becomes cold.
When you drink when you feel hot and you drink the hot, then it make everything.
I'm doing it myself.
That's exactly what you just described. This is every Indian. Here we go. By the way, in further news.
Oh, that's too bad.
I kind of feel like you have a resemblance to this guy to a certain degree. With the beard.
Fuck him. Fuck his granddad.
Oh, man. Anyways. I just thought there was a little bit of resemblance. And that's why
I mean, like, seriously, wow, what a way to try to bring honor to the gaudy name. COVID fraud. Good job, Junior. You fucking dumb scumbuddy idiot.
By the way, in other news, this guy didn't get caught up in COVID.
So hello everyone. Today the outfit is different. I'm traveling, so this is how I usually go to the airport. Very simple, black t-shirt and jeans. But let me show you how I wear perfumes in the airport and how I advise people. So first of all, we have the charcoal. We'll add, as I taught you, the bukhur. See how big is the oud siufi. See the amount.
He is talking about the bakhur he put inside the smoke in the face.
You know what line of work this guy should go into? That he'd be really good at?
Wait, don't say it yet. Let me say it. Wait, let me think. Air hostess.
Nope.
What?
Firefighter.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Bancho, he won't even need the oxygen mask.
Yeah, that's true.
Duh, Habibi. This is 5, like 6, a 7, very 8, big 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
14, 15, 17, 18, 19. See, now the problem with this method is, and I think he's running into this issue, I think he tries to smell his right side but he sprayed his left side. So, like, when he tries to confirm and he smells his right side, he's really smelling what's coming from his left. And then you notice how his nose is dry. By the end of this thing, it's wet with oil.
But not only, I mean,
is that like a thing,
bro? I could never use that much oil or anything for one main reason.
Well, I feel like if I walked into your house tomorrow and you had that oil on your nose and smelled like that, I'd be concerned.
And I would expect you to be concerned, because what the hell? I mean, dude, you put that much oil and perfume and everything, anything you touch or do, you're only going to smell and feel that fucking oil.
I mean, I would say that you're probably smoking frog poison, I guess, if that's the case. Being that it takes Best Gas at Billy Awards 2020.
Toad venom, frog poison, Jesus fucking Christ.
Listen, my commentary to that is this.
Do me a favor. Do me a favor real quick.
Fuck off!
Do me a favor. Do me a favor.
What?
Pull up Weed Maps. Pull up Detroit. And look up toad venom.
Yeah.
No, look up toad venom. I'm curious what they, how much, if anybody even has it, and what it's going for up there.
Oh, okay. Well, here, I'm gonna type that in right now. Toad venom.
And even try fucking frog poison or whatever. I mean, what the
frog poison? Ooh, they got a real good one here called Dragon Dick. No, I'm just kidding. I made that up.
I mean, at
speaking
this
of Dragon Dick, there's one called Green Dragon, so we're getting close.
I mean, dude, it's not like you and I both don't know there's a strain that's called Alaskan Thunderfuck.
Oh, wait, no, Green Dragon, Toad Venom, wait. Green Dragon's the company. Okay, Green Dragon's the company, Toad Venom flowers, 245 grams, 25% THC. This is what you're paying for. $36 at Liberty Beach Center, or Green Earth Collective. I don't know how the fuck anyone would go there for. I would not buy that. It looks like fucking horse shit. What else do they have? 14 grams, $199. And this was in LA. So, yeah, LA, man, what the fuck kind of weed is this? Ah, wait, here, Big Buds, Toad Venom. All right, so this looks, damn, bro, seriously, we're blessed.
And here's the thing:
Toad Venom is bullshit, and we are blessed, and you should thank the person who blesses us so often. You should pray for this person. And yeah, no, for real, because
I mean, he has a fucking. Our boy got a gift, number one. Number two, fucking flowers.
Many gifts. Holy phenomenal. Shit. Yeah.
I mean, goddamn, like it's. I mean, we're blessed that, like, not only do we have all new strains all the time, but like
with good research too. It's not bullshit.
Good research and fucking you can. At the risk of sounding like a total stoner hippie right now with what I'm about to say, or you can taste the fucking love and passion that our boy got for the shit when you smoke it. I mean, like you can feel the love.
Yeah, I know. And if there's anybody out there with like, who's really curious, come visit us, man. We'll show you. Like from our own.
I need to get a better camera, but like. Holy crap. Like, let me see what I can, if I can.
Oh, my God. Bag appeal, smell, smoke, everything. And you're like, oh, let's do the white fucking white ash test, white smoke test, everything.
I know you can't.
Everything.
I know you can't see hardly anything on there. This is Swiss Watch. That's, I think it's Gary Payton crossed with Runts.
How about that platinum lemon cherry?
Bro. Bro.
Yeah, look at his. Can that dude lie? Did you see his facial expression? All right, tell me all about it, and then I want to tell you all about my experience with it, because that is one of my favorites right now.
You know what? Like, let me put it this way: I'm about to grind some up just to hit it as soon as you mentioned that. Like, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's get some of that going. I mean, this shit. Put it this way: when we first opened the bag and smelled it, Sach and I had the same, and they were like, "Bro, this almost smells infused."
Yeah, it smelled like it was infused, and it wasn't.
It's not.
What the fuck? And the last time we smelled anything like that was from this like underground dispo that was like that was getting it from like Cali, and they were getting it from Cali like last year or something.
Yeah, like a year and a half ago.
Year and a half ago, yeah.
It's been a minute,
and that's crazy that we were able to grab those. That like see that genetic up close, and oh man.
And if I recall correctly, that was some kind of platinum strain too.
It was, yeah. Wow.
I can't remember what, but I remember it was a platinum strain, and I remember you ended up grabbing some.
Oh, hell yeah. I was so impressed. I was so happy. Fuck yeah. Grab some. It's this noggin of mine. I smelt it. I was like, oh.
This shit, though, I really, again, props to our boy. You know how, and those of you out there, if you've had platinum lemon cherry before, you know that flavor. If you've had the real shit, you know the flavor. I'm trying to tell you that our boy nailed it so well that, like, you taste a little bit of the lemon and then you taste the cherry. It's
really fantastic, phenomenal. Someone who has real respect for the trade, real fucking maturity and stuff like that. Some people don't even have the maturity or nothing. So, yeah, I'm really impressed. I really am. I just don't know how you pull those kind of flavors out of it, other than the genetics being that superior. I really don't. I'm a little mind-boggled.
I think that I truly believe, that like you hear stories and studies about how
was it part of the flush or.
No. You hear what I'm about to say. Like there's studies out there, and they've done this with different types of plants all across the board, where playing positive music, talking to the plants, and everything like that really, and you can tell our boy be doing that. I guarantee you, he'd be rolling through like, "Oh, you look so beautiful today, honey. Oh my God, look at your crystals. You're growing up so nicely."
I would do that with my plants as well. I think that's pretty important.
And people might be like, "Oh yeah, whatever." Dude, no, this shit, it's vibes, man. It's fucking energy, bro, and that shit is real. And when
some people even sing to these plants too, bro.
Bro, let me put it this way: if I was ever personally growing stuff,
yeah,
I would constantly have nothing but Lord Shiva mantras and bhajans playing in the grow room, like on an endless loop, over and over. And I guarantee you that the product that would come out of that would be some of the most stony, meditative, take you out this world within 3 hits stuff. You'd feel like you were sitting next to Lord Shiva smoking a chillum. I mean, there's I can't remember his name, but there's some hippie out in California that has a grow, and his stuff is all organic, and he went to India, and he's basically like Hare Krishna, but like way more in, like not just a Hare Krishna. Like he actually studied the religion and really got into it. And I would love to smoke some of his shit, bro. I could only imagine how amazing that stuff is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's there's definitely a lot to be said about, and you can taste it. If you get some, like if you've been smoking long enough, you were around back in the days when, the commercial shit would come from Cali or fucking Canada, you could taste it. Like you could feel it. When you got some homegrown that was like actually, good. Man, oh man, bro, like what a fucking treat. Holy shit. I remember this one time years ago that one of my boys grew some shit called White Widow. And
how was it?
Oh my God. Well, let's put it this way. That was 2008. We're in 2026 and I'm still fucking talking about it. So I'd say you did a pretty goddamn good job there, Sach.
Thank you. A while ago.
And to this day, people, I'm not just saying it because that's my bro right there. To this day, and I've had White Widow many times since.
Yeah.
It's like asking me if an O'Doul's tastes as good as a Heineken. They're like, seriously, like, fucking get this shit out of my face, bro. Like, to the point that, like, I stopped even believing that what they were giving me was White Widow. Because it just wasn't, I mean, I'm trying to tell you people, like, the shit that Saj, this shit was so bright neon green. It was like some cartoon shit. It was like glowing like that fucking radioactive stick on Homer's back in the intro of The Simpsons type shit. Like, shit was just like, out the bag, man. But did you happen to find any good AI videos of the story of Shiva, Lord Shiva, and Nandi?
Let me see here. We can.
And then make sure it has English subtitles.
Sure.
Just want the people to understand. Understand.
Sure. How Shiva or how Nandi attained Shiva. Is that the one? Alright. Let's see here. We want to see photos. Just a real Nandi. Give me all these shorts, videos. There we go.
Wow. That is lemon cherry right there. Holy shit.
Yeah. Where are you?
Turn the air on.
Alright, here, I gotta put this thing on now. Here we go, share. अरे पैंचो तेरे एयर को लगा दो. Hello. Okay, are you ready?
Look out.
If you have been to a Shiva temple, you would have surely noticed the sculpture of a bull on the temple premises. This is Nandi, also known as Nandi Dev, the Vahana of Lord Shiva. Other deities are seen to be sitting on or next to their Vahanas, but Nandi always sits outside the shrine, like the gatekeeper of the Lord, on a platform called Nandi Mandap. He wears necklaces and bells around his neck. Sometimes he has a saddle on his back. He gazes at the main temple where Shiva resides with calm devotion. People visiting the temple first pay their respects to Nandi, the divine guardian, and then proceed to worship Shiva. Once, there was a devout ascetic named Sage Shilad. He had devoted his life to the pursuit of dharma and did not have a family. Shilad once decided that he wanted a son who would be free from the cycles of birth and death. Shilad prayed to Indra, the king of Swargalok, for a child. Lord Indra was pleased with Rishi Shilad's penance and appeared before him. However, on learning the wish of the sage, Indra suggested that he pray to the most powerful god, Shiva, who had the power over death itself. Taking the suggestion of Lord Indra, Rishi Shilad started a severe penance praying to Lord Shiva. It is said that he meditated for 1,000 years. His austerities and worship pleased Shiva, who appeared to the sage and asked him for his wish. Shilad told Lord Shiva that he wanted a son blessed by him. Lord Shiva granted Shilad his wish and promised that he himself would take a form of his son. Truly enough, Lord Shiva presented a part of himself in the form of the child, who was later named Nandi. Thus, Nandi was born as a boon from Lord Shiva. After Shilad was blessed with Nandi, he took great care and provided him with love, instructions, and knowledge. By the age of 7, Nandi became well versed in all the sacred scriptures and texts. However, one day Lord Varun and Mitra visited Nandi to bless him, but they seemed to be dissatisfied. When Shilad asked them what happened, they revealed that Nandi would not live beyond the age of 8. Shilad was devastated upon hearing this news and shared it with Nandi, who could not bear to see his father in agony. As a result, Nandi began to pray to Lord Shiva, who was pleased with his devotion and granted him the status of being a half man and half bull and immortal. Lord Shiva also appointed Nandi as the guide and leader of his followers, known as the Shivagana or the helpers of Lord Shiva. Following this, Shilad and Nandi went to live in the abode of Lord Shiva, where they resided forever, and Nandi, Shiva's ardent worshipper, became Lord Shiva's means of transportation, also called Vahana. Nandi, like his father, was a great devotee of Shiva and spent most of his time in prayers and austerities. Nandi prayed for the grace of Lord Shiva with severe penance. Shiva conferred the necklace with the bells on Nandi, which we often see on his sculptures. Nandi was transformed into a half man, half bull. Thus, wherever Lord Shiva dwells, Nandi goes with him too. This is how Nandi, the immortal child, was born from Shiva himself and became the Lord's bull Vahana. Every Shiva temple you visit, you will always find Nandi just outside the temple shrine, facing Lord Shiva, eyes full of patience and devotion. When we make a darshan of Nandi, we too create the image of Lord Shiva in our hearts. It is said that without first having the image of Nandi in one's mind, one cannot attain the grace of Lord Shiva. The sweet sounds of Nandi's bells denote Lord Shiva himself. Nandi reminds us to devote our mind to God and knowledge. Nandi is typically depicted as a half-man, half-bull figure, but there are also stories of him taking on a human form. There are also stories of Nandi appearing in human form to help devotees of Lord Shiva. One famous tale tells of a poor Brahmin named Vellalar who was falsely accused of theft and was punished by having his hands and feet amputated. Vellalar prayed to Lord Shiva for help, and Nandi appeared in human form, offering to carry Vellalar on his back to the temple where he could be healed. In another story, a king named Rajendra Chola was troubled by a series of disasters and sought the advice of his priest, who suggested that he should bring Nandi to his kingdom. The king sent his soldiers to fetch Nandi, who appeared in a human form and travelled with the soldiers to the kingdom. Nandi advised the king on how to appease the gods and prevent further disasters. These stories illustrate the versatility and power of Nandi as a divine being, able to take on different forms to help those in need and guide them towards the path of righteousness. One day, goddess Parvati and Lord Shiva were playing dice in front of Nandi. Lord Shiva's closest accomplice decreed that Shiva had won, although the goddess Parvati was the clear winner. Enraged, Parvati cursed him. When Nandi sought to lift the curse, he explained that his actions were driven by his unwavering devotion to Lord Shiva. Parvati, however, decreed that Nandi could only be freed from the curse if he showed reverence to her son Lord Ganesh. To lift the curse, Parvati told Nandi to offer Lord Ganesh his favorite thing and pay homage to him on his birthday. Nandi followed the instructions and worshipped Lord Ganesh during Chaturdashi, which falls in the Hindu holy month of Bhadrapad. As a form of penance, he offered green grass to Lord Ganesh. Through this story, we see the importance of showing respect and devotion to all deities in Sanatan and the belief that honoring them can bring blessings and protection from curses. During Samudra Manthan, or the ocean churning, an ancient Hindu legend, when Lord Shiva drank the poisonous halahal, his throat turned blue and some of the poison started spilling from his mouth. In an effort to save his beloved Lord, Nandi drank the poison that was dripping out of his mouth, surprising everyone with his great power and strength. Even the gods and demons were amazed by Nandi's devotion and protection of Lord Shiva. This story exemplifies the selflessness and devotion of Nandi towards his Lord, highlighting the idea that serving and protecting one's deity can bring great blessings and admiration. Additionally, it demonstrates the Hindu belief in the power of sacrifice and the idea that one can overcome even the most difficult of challenges with the help of faith and devotion. Each Hindu deity has a Vahana, a riding animal that is a friend of its owner. In the case of Shiva, it is Nandi. Nandi seems to bless people who come to see God and act as a protector of the temple. In numerous images of Shiva, his sacred bull is often present. He lies at the feet of God or carries him across the sky, personifying confidence and determination to resist any demonic forces and enemies of the light. When he is an individual object of worship, Nandi expresses the ideas of sexual power, procreation, and fertility. He also acts as the guardian of all the four-legged animals and the leader of the Ganas, the servants of Shiva. Nandi is a bull deity endowed with many powers. He is the protector of justice or dharma and the head of the 18 Siddhas in Hinduism. He is regarded as the one who gives blessings. Nandi is also a symbol of eternal patience, as it is the greatest virtue of the ultimate nature of Sanatan. The symbolism of Nandi is multifaceted, representing qualities such as purity, justice, faith, wisdom, courage, and honor. As an integral part of Lord Shiva's entourage, Nandi plays a significant role in the cosmic dance of creation known as Tandav, providing the music for Lord Shiva's performance. According to the Brihadharma Puran, Nandi's influence extends beyond music and dance, and he is also the commander of Lord Shiva's army. It is said that Nandi, the bull Vahana, even defeated and killed Airavat, the mighty elephant, displaying his exceptional strength and bravery in battle. Nandikeshwar Temple is a famous temple dedicated to Lord Shiva's divine mount, located in the town of Tirupanguram, Tamil Nadu. The temple is believed to have been built during the Chola dynasty and is known for its ancient architecture and religious significance. The main deity of this temple is Nandikeshwar, a form of Lord Shiva represented as a lingam. The temple also houses several other deities, including Lord Ganesh and Goddess Parvati. The sanctum of the temple is decorated with intricate carvings and sculptures depicting various Hindu deities.
Jai Shri Nandi Maharaj. What do you think? Did you know that story?
No, bro, I did not. That was pretty cool. Very cool. What's this? Why does Lord Shiva the way he does?
Let's check it out.
That's 15 minutes. That's a lot. That's a lot to just get into, I feel like. And I haven't even watched it. I don't even know. Just throw something weird up. That you're like, I don't know if I should have. Kind of want to. Anyways. Prem, what has Prem got to say? Into the next episode today. Smoking so many months he can't see straight. What? This guy is so fucking big. So am I. My eyes are so fucking red. Cheech and Chong.
Cheech and Chong, hitting on the phone. What the fuck? I can't sing the song. You're talking about running because my name is Sing, but I can't sing a motherfucking thing. Hey!
Soprano style, Tachini suits. This nigga got some awesome rings. Show them to him, everyone, man.
Hey, oh, how you doing? Thank you for the team. What are you doing? Why you don't got no motherfucking ring? You fucking stood out, you stupid thing. What? You picked them out of the the only fucking motherfuckers that can rap? Yeah. I ripped it up
when we get really high.
This is the way Giuseppe rips. I got hot pasta.
Oh, well. So there we are at the lounge song, getting high as hell at the lounge. It's better than being at a crowded lounge, all that loud fucking music in your ears and shit. I can sit back, relax, watch a show with my buddies, drink a nice little glass of water here.
Some of those, I mean, like, that's the unfortunate part. I've been to some of the hookah lounges throughout the country that you go to a hookah lounge expecting a hookah lounge, like a traditional, there's some Arabic music in the background. It's quiet enough that you can sit down with your buddy, have a conversation, but then you got some of them where it's basically a club that happens to have hookahs, but they'll call it a hookah lounge, but it's not a hookah lounge. If I'm sitting across the table from you and I gotta be screaming even louder than this just to talk, that's not my idea of a good fucking time, bro. Like, why do I want to fucking, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know, right?
I mean, honest to God, even when I was younger, I wasn't one for the clubs. I was never the club going type. I would much prefer going to a nice, but to be honest, I mean, again, back in the day, you could, the post-COVID culture, and then again, basically everything before 2005, shit was different back then, man. People were different. The mentality was different.
Yeah.
I mean, first off, before 9/11, you could go into the airport and shop at the shops. And, if you're somebody is going, out of town, you could go up to the gate with them and see their plane take off and, have dinner with them at the airport. I ain't gonna lie. If you're looking to have fun for one night, best pickup spot back in the day, airport hotel bar. You see any single woman in there by herself drinking, eating?
Really?
That was almost a 90% hit rate for me back then.
Ah, interesting.
Because what? They're flying out of town the next day.
So you would go to the airport bar. You would drive to the airport, you said?
I'd take a cab.
You take a taxi. Or like a jitney or like a real taxi?
Oh, like a
Would
taxi.
it be like a yellow cab?
Like a yellow cab.
Oh shit! So you pull up to the airport, your yellow cab. You get out, you go straight to the airport bar. This is before security, before 9/11. You said, huh?
Airport hotel bar. Not just the airport bar. The airport hotel bar.
Well, this is exciting, isn't it? Isn't it exciting?
Because what else does that tell you? If you know why you're there. They're not there because their fucking flight got canceled or delayed or they got stuck or whatever. The meeting went over and now they're stuck and they had to stay overnight.
Is that how the conversation would start? You say, "Hey, I see that you're here. You're stuck overnight."
Oh, there's a million ways.
Nice to meet you. Here, have a drink on me.
I'm not going to get into all my.
Snicker.
I'm not going to open my toolbox and reveal all my, ways and means here. But suffice it to say, hey, how you doing? This thing, that thing, and the other. I'm here because bada bing, bada boom, whatever I decide to tell them. What brings you here tonight? Oh, my meeting and my that. Oh, so you're flying out tomorrow? Yeah. Let me buy you a drink. What do you like to do when you're back in fucking Charlotte, wherever the fuck they're, And next thing you know, if you know how to talk to a lady, you want to come upstairs for a nightcap? If you insist. And then you cap off the night. Oh. And that's how you do that, But it's a different day and age. Everything's different now. I mean, my God, I hate to say it, but like the dating world and everything's gotten that scary where it's like you go to date a woman anymore, and unless you've actually known them for years, you almost gotta ask, hey, are you OEM?
OEM?
Yeah, original from the manufacturer, no altered parts.
Have you been with the woman with altered parts?
No, hell no.
Like what? I was thinking like a boob job or something.
That's not what I was talking about. Come on.
Oh, you're talking about the downstairs. Oh, god damn. That's terrible. I'm not into this stuff. You talk about it. Would you like me to leave?
I'm not into that shit either, but I'm saying, hey.
Because if you want to talk about it, there's no judgment. Here, I'll pause my part of the show. I'll
do not. Listen to me.
No. Okay.
When I went to fucking Amsterdam, I did my research before going over there. Because you hear about the red light district. Well, they got everything over there. And, some people wonder, what did it mean if the, what looks like a female has a blue light in the window? And, well, that means she got a little something extra.
Is that so?
And that's why you stay away from the blue light. You don't, in Amsterdam, you do not want the blue light special. It is not Kmart. You do not want the blue light fucking special. It is not going to go over well.
Now, does that tie into Police Academy at that Blue Oyster Bar?
Not
It's always something blue, like the Democratic Party, blue. And then you got the Blue Oyster, blue ball.
I don't know. Hey, look, all I'm trying to tell you,
man, I don't know.
What I'm trying to tell you is, if you go to Amsterdam and you want women, stick with the red light. You'll be good to go. You have a good time. They're tested. It's all good. The hookers got a union over there.
Good.
And it was funny because while we were there, because I went with my buddy, we went to Amsterdam. And, you know, we were walking around the red light district observing the sights because there is a very famous coffee shop there also called the Bulldog. Total tourist trap, but they have a great outdoor cafe. So it's almost kind of worth it to buy a joint just so you can sit at the cafe and then, you know, have other shit from another place that's better to smoke, you know. But anyway, we're walking around the red light district and he happens to ask a question that I kind of had the answer to from the research I had done, but his question was, what happens if one of these guys just decides afterwards he don't feel like paying? And from what I had read, they said that they do have security that is there to handle certain things. I'm like, okay. And I had seen in some of these places, because you'll have what looks like 3 levels, 3 windows. Each woman has their own like floor, you know, and there's like a couple doormen. I figured they were. No, those are actually just the doormen.
Okay.
We're sitting there chilling, and no sooner does my buddy ask me, he's like, yeah, bro, I wonder what happens if the guy don't want to pay after. As soon as he said that, not 2 minutes after, we see this dude come bolting out of one of the places. Bro, he didn't get 20 feet before 3 of the biggest motherfucking European guys I've ever seen in my life. And I'm talking like the dude from fucking Game of Thrones, the mountain type shit. Like huge bro. There's dudes in the NFL that ain't been tackled that hard. And the one after they tackled him, they all got up. The one literally picked him up by his ankles. And they took this fucking, emptied his pockets, and they took the fucking money off of him and just left him there. So, again, that was 2001. So, how the things are now, I have no fucking clue. But can't imagine they changed that much. And that was a fun fact about Europe.
Oh, man. So,
what are your thoughts? What are you thinking?
My thoughts. I'm just fucking tired right now. That fucking thing really took it out of me. I don't know what happened. But yeah. Other than that, I don't know what's up.
Well, trust me, I feel you there.
Oh, actually, there's something really big going on in terms of rescheduling. So cannabis isn't being legalized; it's being rescheduled. That's something, huh? And that's a path towards, it doesn't mean that you can go interstate now. Still, rules don't change a whole lot except for the businesses, so they get like more tax advantages and things like that. But like, yeah, this is pretty crazy if this is happening, but it's happening in our lifetimes, man.
I mean, hopefully it's, it really is one more step towards it being legal, because all of us here know why. We don't have to get into it, but boy, when that day finally happens, what a day it will be. Because, at that point, there's going to be a lot more opportunity for everybody across the board.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, but, they say money don't grow on trees. You plant the wrong kind of trees. Because there's a lot of places across the country where people that are planting our kind of trees are making a lot of fucking money. There's also a lot of areas where they're not. And because of the fucking industry and all the legal shit and all the fucking fines and the taxes. And there's a lot of places where people are struggling. The cannabis business is brutal. I mean, it's one of those where, like, honestly, I mean, the whole state of Michigan is a prime example of that right now, of where it is good and bad. It just depends on what side of the fence you're on. If you're one of the manufacturers, growers, it's a very hard time right now for you because there's so much competition. And everybody wants to be the best, and everybody wants to be the tastiest. And it's one of those where that's all fine and good, but the people that are succeeding, what I'm starting to see is the people that have picked their lane, so to speak. Okay. You know, okay, this is what we do best. We do pre-rolls amazing. Fuck trying to grow flower. We're gonna do pre-rolls. Okay. Cool.
Starting to happen, more specialization. Yeah, sure, absolutely.
You know, I mean, and those people are the like Seed Junkie. Okay, they never got too much into like concentrates and everything. Their thing has always been flour, some pre rolls. Yeah, they have their hash holes or whatever and this and that, but it's flour and pre rolls. That's their main things. Jeter, all about pre-rolls. They don't have flour. They're all about the pre-rolls and vapes. So, and look at those companies. Those are the ones that like, you know, hey, who doesn't know Jeter? Who doesn't know Seed Junkie? If you're familiar with the Michigan market, who doesn't know Gans? Their thing is flour. They're like, we are going to give you the bombest fucking those top shelf flour at a reasonable price. Here you go. We're Gans. That's what they do. They ain't trying to do nothing else. They do their flour so goddamn well, they made a name for themselves. You go into a dispo and say Gans, they instantly know you like top shelf shit. So those are the ones that are really starting to succeed as far as that. But now, and that's where I'm saying it's bad for the manufacturers and the growers and everything. It's not bad, but it's hard. It's very tough. Now, on the flip side, if you are a consumer and a buyer, oh my God, is this the fucking best time for you? Because everybody wants to get your business, everybody wants your money, and that means everybody has sales going on. First time buyer, come on in. We're going to give you a pot and a discount, and you're going to be happy. And they get you every time. You know? I mean, and sometimes the thing's bullshit. It's, you know, sometimes it's a bullshit giveaway. Sometimes it's a decent one. You know, I mean, you kind of run the gamut when if you deal with that market enough. I mean, like the one spot up there, Pure, back in the day, I don't know if they still do that around the holidays. They used to have these like $99 bundle bags. And like, oh my God, dude, like I remember the one I got an ounce of Spitzer, all these fucking pre-rolls, fucking carts and edibles, and it was $100. And it was right here, they just handed me a gift bag. Like, oh, here you go. I'm like, okay, cool. You know, what the fuck? Like, you just handed me all this shit for $100. Like, how am I going to be mad? Admittedly, that was still in the early days of us going up there when it was like, oh my God, man, dude, look, I got all this shit. Now, you know, we go up there with a much more refined approach. You know, I mean, like when we go up there, we literally plan it out like, okay, here's the map, here's the places we want to go, here's the order they're in. Okay, what do we want to look at this place? All right, we're looking for concentrates. You're looking for snowballs. Okay. And I mean, we attack it strategically. And I'd say we've come up with a pretty good system so far. I mean,
It's true.
we definitely managed to. We found some really cool spots and really fucking amazing flower. Yeah. And it's always fun. I mean, my God, going up and smelling all different types of weed. Who the fuck wouldn't love that?
I know.
My God, just the smell of the dispos when you walk in. Just all that weed. It's just like, I'm home. There have been a couple times where we've been hanging out here in my spot, and we've left to go get dinner, and we've come back, and it kind of almost smells like it. That like, yeah, I like that. Yeah, this is the winding down for the evening. It is after 8 p.m. and it is dark outside, so I can definitely take a puff of this. The hash burger. Ooh. Yeah. Look like you're in very deep thought.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to plan out shit for next year. What's going on with all these gas prices and shit? Are people going to be able to travel or be able to fill gas in their car or what? What's going on?
I mean, up until this whole thing over there is settled to some degree.
That in some places had to ration gasoline in their economies and shit, so they had to have people close down their shops and shit like that. It really disrupted a lot of things, you know. It's crazy.
I had heard that some parts of Pakistan that they were instituting like 4-day work weeks, and only certain. I mean, like it's affected the whole world. I mean, it's. I don't want to get into politics on our channel. I'm not going to do that. All I will say is that war is unfortunate. No matter what the thing is, there's always innocent people that end up paying the price, and there's always it's the regular everyday people that are the ones that get affected the most, and whether that be adversely by being bombed on or something, or in the state of something is low effect is what we're talking about, like us feeling the pinch with gas prices. That's obviously low priority compared to somebody losing their life. And that's all I need to say about that. I mean, it's unfortunate. War is unfortunate. And in an ideal world, it wouldn't happen. We could all sit down like the adults that we are and discuss and work things out. But we're all adults. We know better. The world is what it is, and you are what you are. Remember what movie that's from?
No, which one? Which one was it?
The world is what it is, and you are what you are. That was said by Don Clarocuzio in The Last Dawn. I love that movie. The Last Dawn 2. Awesome great movie. Fucking movie. We've talked about on here before. I mean, again, I think you and I both agree that if we were to vote for the number one character out of the whole movie, drum roll.
Who's the number one character? You like Dante a lot. You said I like Dante. He's the one. What do you think?
I'm looking right in the camera.
Oh shit! There you are. There you are, buddy. Look at him.
Dante, I'll give you Dante right here.
You
Leovazzi.
like Dante?
Skunitsa, tell me what you know.
Yes.
But yeah, that was another one of my favorite lines. The world is what it is, and you are what you are. And yeah, unfortunately, the world. Yeah, it's kind of what you make it, but yeah, there's some not so nice people in the world, and every now and then you might run into one of them, and they're gonna try your patience. That's what people like that do, and your best move is to try to keep your cool as much as possible. That's their whole goal. They want you to fucking tweak. They want you to fucking flip out and, cut up somewhere. And as soon as they see that opening, they're going to fucking bum rush you like, a goddamn gate at a fucking concert that they don't have a ticket to. You know what I'm saying?
Is that so? Is
You know.
it so, my friend? Wow.
I mean, you just gotta be careful.
Be careful. Yeah, I'm excited about this watch that I won from Bukum. Bukum, I won it with online auctions. Hopefully I get it soon. I guess it's going through an authenticator first. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I'm definitely very anxious to see that too. That's a hell of a piece you ended up getting.
Yeah, not bad piece. Yeah, it's we'll wait. I guess we could wait to show it, and then we can pull it up on the screen and see what I paid for
That's
it.
why I
Like
hadn't mentioned what it was.
Right. Yeah. So,
It's not my watch to talk about. Mine, people, is going to be later on in the year. Might be as early as my birthday, but could be as late as late October, early November, aka Diwali.
Oh,
around
nice.
our Hindu Sikh holiday of Diwali. So, yeah.
Well, this is
But
good.
I want to find out, and if I'm able to do this, I think this might be the route that I go. Because I think it would be a cool outing, and from what I see, I think we might even be able to maybe be able to film me picking up the watch in the shop and everything. They seem to be pretty cool. That Teddy Baldessar.
Okay.
Because they have their flagship store in Cleveland. That's only a couple hours away. So, figure we fucking make a trip. Detroit's going to be the end destination, but on the way up, why don't we go and stop and I pick up a nice fine timepiece.
Okay.
But here's the thing is I gotta make sure what I'd ideally like to do is take care of it online and see if I could just go to the store and pick it up in person.
Okay.
Because Unfortunately, I'm not going to have that type of cash on hand. I'll be doing a payment plan.
A payment plan, he said. I get it. That happens.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's payment, but credit card. The same. Oh, I'm so fucking old school with the way I think. Like, I still have the urge to ask stores if they do layaway, and I'm like, okay, you dumb fuck. This is the 21st century. Ain't nobody fucking doing layaway no more.
Oh, yeah.
But that's how I got a lot of my shit when I was younger. You know? I never, from a very young age, I didn't like having to go to my mom and dad to ask for fucking money and ask permission to get something. It was just something about me. I didn't fucking like it. So as soon as I had the ability to go and get a newspaper out and make my own money, I did that. And if I wanted something, I went to the store, fucking, how much to put it on layaway? This much, okay, cool. And the one time, I think it was a fucking pair of sneakers I was picking up. I don't even remember what one, it might have been Jordans. I don't fucking remember. I had all the receipts and I was like, okay, today's the day I can go to pick it up. I only owe $40.
Yeah.
Go to the store. And what the employee in the store, he thought he was going to be slick. What he didn't realize is that not only, number one, that I have every fucking receipt for every payment that I had together. Number one. Number two, my dad had a shop in the same mall and was friends with the mall manager, the head of security, the manager of that store where I was buying the shoes. Yeah. That all plays into what ends up happening. So I go to pick up my shoes. Comes up, how can I help you, kid? I wanted to pick up my layaway. It's under this name. Okay, let me look it up. Oh, yeah, we got the pair of these shoes, and yeah, you owe $60. No, I don't. Yeah, you do, kid. I'm looking at the paperwork, and you owe $60. Really? You have all the receipts for all the payments? Yeah, cool. Get a calculator, because guess what? Open my wallet. I'm like, I have all mine. We're going to add them up, and we're going to see what the total comes up to. Call your manager. Well, call your manager. And this is me as a kid. Like, my dad taught me how to handle situations like this. But long story short, manager comes out. He recognized me. The guy ends up getting fucking yelled at. Adds up everything. He's like, yeah, you only owe $40. I'm like, yep, that's what I thought. I'm like, he told me I owed 60. And that guy screamed on him. He was like, what the fuck? Are you trying to screw money out of our customers? Oh, yeah, dude. Dude turned fucking red as a fire engine. He went from the pasty-ass white dude he was to red as a fucking fire engine. And I walked out with my shoes. And my dad just looked at me like, what the hell problem? Nothing. That dude tried to screw out of $20. Oh, really? Don't worry, Baba. I got it. We're all good. I come from a very defensive family.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, I mean, I'd be the same way, but like 90% of the time before, right about the moment that I'm ready to fucking punch the guy, you already got your hand on your piece. So it works out.
Oh, yeah,
I've just gotten to the point where I'm like, I'm going to say to the guy, like, you got two options right now. I can either tune you up with my hands or he can send you to your maker. What do you want?
Yeah.
Like the other night with that fucking weirdo in the parking lot when we were walking back to the car with the food.
Yeah, weird body language. Very
Like,
weird body language.
like you see somebody, like this dude sees us walking towards the car, that was parked right next to his. He's literally standing in between his car and the passenger door where I was going to go get it. He sees me coming towards him. He doesn't walk to the front of his car to get. He moves back like 2 inches. And then as I'm coming, he moves back another 2 inches. And then when I try to open the door, he makes it awkward as hell and tries to like maneuver around me. And by this point, Saj is already there with his hand on his piece, ready to fucking pop this dude. And we just get in the car and.
Well, the whole situation's like this. All right. Obviously, you don't go right for your piece, but it's a dark parking lot. We're walking back to our vehicle, and our vehicle's on the left, and he's on the right. So he crosses here and makes eye contact with us, moves towards his vehicle. We're walking towards our vehicle, and his is parked right next to ours. So he's standing by the driver's side door, right, of his vehicle. So his vehicle's here, he's standing by the driver's side door. This is our car right here. And I go to my driver's side, open the door, and the dude's still standing out there. And Prem's trying to get around him so he can enter our vehicle, and he has no business being there. So he moves further back. Prem puts his stuff in the trunk. It goes around him, puts his stuff in the trunk. And the guy just walks this way. So as this is happening, I'm like, I don't know what's going on here, number one. The body language doesn't make sense. There's no business for you to go down this way, make eye contact, and go through this whole mumbo jumbo. So as he's trying to maneuver around Primo's putting his stuff in the trunk. My hand's on the pistol. Actually, my hand was on my pistol the second he made eye contact with us and crossed you. My hand was just casually on the pistol. Then it was ready to be pulled out once he started walking forward past, so I didn't know what his move was. Then we got into our car, started it up, still have my hand on my pistol, and we just proceeded out. But it's just, the body language was completely wrong. You had no business being there. It's dark. Like, are you trying to jack people, or like, what the fuck are you doing on a random fucking like weeknight? And we're trying to grab some fucking food. Like, seriously, everything's completely off, and I'm ready for you. So let's go.
Weird thing. I don't know if you noticed this or not, or if you felt
this was so stupid.
Did you figure out what nationality that dude was?
I don't fucking care, but like the whole fucking thing was off.
I get that you don't care, but you understand why I'm saying that. Like,
no, I don't know where he was from or whatever.
That's what I'm saying. I couldn't figure it out. Like, the reason I say is it was an Indian restaurant around. I'm not going to say which one, but it was an Indian restaurant. It was one that is normally frequented by a majority of Indians, which is how you know, honestly, a place is good. If the indigenous people are eating there, it is frequented by Indians. They have great food. And usually you only tend to see Indians there. You don't see a lot of other different people all the time. And this guy didn't readily look Indian, didn't readily look Arab, didn't readily look American, didn't readily look... he was just a very ambiguous looking guy. Like, the whole thing was just fucking weird as hell. Like, just really weird energy, the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, that was very weird. Yep. So that's the second time this year I've gone for my piece. Nearly fucking.
The other time was when you was crossing the street or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was pretty stupid. I know, and it was so like non-confrontational. I'm trying to let that asshole fucking go. I'll stand here. You go take your big fucking truck. And as I'm crossing, the truck's creeping like it's going to fucking hit me. So I'm like, all right, fine. So I half drew my shit out. I'm like, all right, well, if you're going to continue this fucking shit, I'm going to continue this fucking shit. Then, like, literally, fucking the thing stops, and I'm continuing, and then I get into the restaurant, and I'm good. And my wife was like, "Well, what if it was a little old lady?" I'm like, "No, it was like 4 big, like, freaking, I don't know, like ethnic dudes. I don't know where the fuck they were from, but they're probably larger than me. I'm not a very large dude." But yeah, I was afraid for my life because they have a 5,000-pound fucking vehicle that could easily crush me, and I'm fucking crossing the street. I'm not like playing games. Anyways, very stupid.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, shit like that can definitely cost you your life. You try to run someone over before they're trying to get some fucking dumplings with their family. Stupid motherfuckers. So, just saying. It's really dumb. Think smart. Don't try to run people over.
I mean, it's one of those things like, at the end of the day, I feel like it could be summed up very simply by be nice, be kind, be courteous.
Yeah.
Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
If the situation warrants it, and somebody's coming at you, and even then, don't, as much as it might be your knee-jerk reaction to, and I, look, it's taken me years to get to this point. Don't think that I'm sitting here. I'm not trying to tell you I've always been like this. Hell no. I have a very bad temper, unfortunately. And it's gotten me into a lot of fucking bullshit over the years. Because when I was younger, for a lot of other reasons we're not going to get into right now, I was at one point, unfortunately, that type of loose cannon, so to speak, that you look at me the wrong way, and next thing you know, my fist is flying across your face. And people are like, oh, whatever, you're only 5'5". I don't know what it is about me. I'm one of them little fucking M80s or whatever. Like, I just explode. I don't know what the hell it is. It was bad. I'm glad I'm not like that no more. You get a lot farther. Even if somebody's coming at you, motherfucking you up and down the wall, if you can actually sit there through that and look them dead in the eyes and be like, you know what, I don't appreciate the fucking words you're saying right now, but it would be really nice if you were able to act like the adult that you are. If you can actually look them in the eyes and keep your calm enough to say that shit, let me tell you, especially in public, that shit fucking belittles them and makes them look like such a fucking kid. Instantly, it disarms them. It just like fucks their fucking brain. They're like, man, but they get that I said, like with the fucking dog with their tail between their legs at that point. And then look, you look like the good guy. You look like the calm, cool warrior that, can, and you walk out and you're the one that looks good. That's took me years to realize that is the true essence of being a gentleman. Look, I can motherfuck you up and down a wall in fucking multiple languages. Okay, I'm like, I mean, seriously. What you want it in? What you want it in English? You want it in Spanish? You want it in Hindi? I got you. But it's still, even then, you look so much better, and so it actually makes you look even more intimidating if you can sit there and somebody's you cocksucking motherfucking rat bastard. I don't appreciate the words you're saying, but it'd be nice if you could act like an adult.
It's true.
And they're just like, I'm this fucking dude. Yeah, and then anyway. It's getting about that time, I think. The clock's about to strike midnight.
All right, sounds good.
And then we're gonna turn it back into pumpkins. Ain't that crazy? Like the difference in the fucking Eastern and Western cultures and shit. You know, like here they got the fairy tales and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, our culture, you don't need fairy tales. Here, read Ramayana in comic book form.
Ah.
Yeah, it's a comic book, but it's a great story. Ah.
All right, man. I'm fucking just wasted right now. So we should probably just.
Yeah, I figure we're winding down here. I mean,
All right. Well, I gotta take a whiz though. Is that okay? Give me like 2 seconds.
go ahead.
My back.
We don't want your eyes to start floating. He was gonna piss his pants over there. He's gonna have a puddle. We don't want that. I mean, if it did happen, he could always just blame it on the dog. Oh, I can't. You fucking that'd be funny. No, I mean, he wouldn't blame it on the dog. That'd be funny as shit if he did, though, right? Like, what the fuck? Any. So, yes, we are winding down for the evening. Hopefully, you find people out there doing the same. And I hope you're as lit as I am right now. Because if you are, you're feeling good. And this we know. So, yeah. But for those of you out there, that are watching, put in the comments. See if you could. What do you think Sachin's new watch is? What do you think it is? See if you can guess. And be specific if you're gonna guess. And don't just throw out a brand name. Don't just be like, oh, it's Oris Aquas, or it's a Longines Hydro Conquest. Be a little bit more, Black Dial Longines Hydro Conquest, GMT, or whatever it is. See if you can guess. I know what it is, but I ain't telling. But it's nice. It's very nice. The man has good taste. He has very refined taste. The good taste. I'm curious to see what you people might, be getting into watch wise out there. Definitely let us know in the comments. And yeah, let us know what you think. I was telling the people, I said they should put in the comments their guesses for what your new watch is. and for them to be,
yes.
to be specific. Don't just throw out a brand name like, oh, it's a Longines. Be specific, like, oh, it's a Longines Black Dial Hydro Conquest. Or I just use mine as an example because obviously I don't want to give away. Only thing I said, you have good taste and you have a very refined taste. Like, you definitely like your bling, as do I.
Yeah.
But you're very, very low key and modest with it, even despite like your gara and everything. And that's still very modestly done, in comparison to some of the, other ones I've seen people have.
Okay.
Whereas me, I like my bling and I like a lot of it. I mean, honestly, that's why I go with the stainless steel stuff. Number one, I can't have sterling silver on my neck like this without getting a rash. Other than stainless, the only other metals I could do are fucking basically pure gold, like 22 karat gold, yellow or white, or platinum. Dude, you see all this. Can you imagine if I had that much in gold right now? I'm trying to tell you, I wouldn't have it around. I'd still go and trade it in and go and get the silver. So, hell no. I mean, I wish I would have bought gold when I, was cheaper, but as my grandmother always used to say, she would do this.
Yeah.
Wish in one hand, shit in the other. See which fills up quicker. I mean, seriously. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, Like I was talking about with our buddy when he was over here earlier. That, forget all the silver I sold. The one chain that I used to have was almost £1. I think at that time when I sold it for scrap, I maybe might have got $200 just because it was so heavy. That same chain now would be almost $900 in scrap.
Huh.
Yeah. I mean, even this charm. This is the only silver that I have, and that's because it this is a religious thing, and it also sits down here, and it doesn't hit my skin directly. I bought this in New York, NYC, probably 25, 26 years ago, and I paid $20 for it. Just this silver charm right now, with as much as it weighs, even this is about $75 in scrap. I'd never ever sell it in a million years. But
yeah,
I don't. Real shit. Somebody could offer me like, hey, bro, I'll give you a tutor right now for that Cobra.
Yeah.
Nope. Fuck you. You want this Cobra? You gotta kill me for it. You kill me, you can take it, because I can't do shit at that point. But I ain't going out without a fight. But
yeah. All right. Well,
about time to wrap it up for the evening because unfortunately I gotta get up here. So, but you people out there have a good rest of the evening, and we will see you here tomorrow night. Earlier.
See you
There,
guys.
10 o'clock.
All right, see you guys.
Good evening, people. How you doing out there?
Hey, what's up, guys?
He did the hang loose thing.
Hey,
He's so Hawaiian already over here. Hey, mahalo, bro.
Ice hash. This is ice hash. And I have a little puck of some concentrate, all mixed with. What did I mix it with? OG Kush. It's nice and sweet. Nice and sweet.
Yeah, this is a little.
What you got over there, buddy?
Cherry.
Platinum
a little
cherry.
platinum lemon cherry.
God, that platinum lemon cherry. Holy fucking shit. I love that during the day. It's so stinky. I was riding my bike around today. This e-bike, it goes fast. And I was smoking a joint on it, naturally. Yeah, it was just funny. I went past a college student, me in my 40s. A little huge wad of smoke in his face as I passed by. Fuck you. It was funny as shit. It was like around Oakland. Oh, man.
That's what's up.
But yeah, I can smoke joints pretty quickly, being that I've had to in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get out of here, dog. Look, I have this black dog. He comes out of nowhere. All right, can you please go? Come on. I don't need this. Come on. All right, you're gonna go outside then. All right, I'm gonna kick these assholes out of here.
I got you.
Sorry about that. That dog had to take a crap. You know, it's always important not to bitch at your dog and all that when they're like, you know, trying to tell you something, and try to understand what they're trying to tell you. So, yeah, he definitely had to go take a crap, use the bathroom, something. Yeah, when he was walking, he just the way he walked around me, I was like, yeah, he's definitely got to take a crap. So, oh yeah, give him a couple minutes. Dog will pop out. And Rebo, he's probably going to lay down his first life of the night. Hey, bitches. This beat really sucks. This isn't even a hip-hop beat. How are you even supposed to, like, vibe to that? All right, let's do another one. Purse snatcher, ass grabber. Motherfucker sitting there in his underwear. Looking at a kid is dead. Alright. Anyways. Alright. Let me find that dough.
Hold on.
No. Yeah. Okay. Hey, all right.
Ooh.
No.
Yeah, long day today.
Yeah, tell me about your day. What made it such a long day? Because every day is the same thing.
Well, yeah, I can't really get into specifics about but the type of sin. Just
Yeah. Sales is tough.
having to have different customers, and how can I put it? Being able to basically, figuratively speaking, tap dance on the head of a dime when when you're in the middle of a sale, in the middle of talking to somebody, and they're throwing out objections and this and that. If you're in a sale and somebody gives you an objection, it's one of those. Is it a real objection, or are they just trying to, get you off the phone type of shit? And then, and this is the type of thing, it's like you're doing these thoughts in your head simultaneously while you're talking to somebody and processing what they're saying. Okay, how do I, because if somebody in the middle of a sale, they give you an objection, you have two things that you can do, really. You can either address it head on and then move on, or you can completely just, ignore it. Ignoring it that can go either way. But if you address the objection and then go from the, hey, really want to get started on this thing, but well, let me think about it, and well, what's holding you up? Is it we figured everything out, we got all this stuff down. What I'm just curious, what's, and then you put them on. Now you got the customer on. Now you put them like, oh, well, I want to switch you, buddy. My wife's my partner, and I can't do anything without. Okay, so it's the wife is the issue. Why don't we get her on the call, man? This and that. Or in the flip side, now here's another one. Flip the script. It's whatever business. It's a husband and wife, and the husband's the main guy. He's the guy that gets out and does the thing. He's the plumber or the electrician or whatever the hell. And the wife is the one that's in the office, taking care of the whole thing. She does everything else for the business. She answers the phone. She does the books. She takes care of all the stuff. You're talking to her. You're talking to her, and you got an even better. If you're good, if you're a good salesman, that's the best thing. Oh, well, I just need to discuss it with my. Come on, you need to discuss it with your husband. Come on, and I know if you wanted to pull the trigger on it right now, there ain't nothing he's going to be able to say to you about it. God, let's get it done. We already got everything in place. Come on.
If you wanted a pair of shoes, nothing would stop you. And then you pause.
It's one of those where, again, in a sale, you just have to, you have to be able to adapt. I'd say that's probably the number one biggest trait that any salesperson should have, is the ability to adapt themselves in the middle of the sale.
Yeah, you just got to come up with shit up out of your ass sometimes, but you got to be good with it.
I mean, I can tell you a story about years ago. It was right when I started working with my dad. And we had the jewelry business at that time. It was all costume jewelry, meaning not real gold or silver. It was mainly for ladies, you know, jewelry for them to wear with their outfits, shit like that. Well, at the time, the big item was these, you know, different designer earrings. And we had all different brands and everything. I had this one customer, and it was in the middle of summer, slow ass day, not much going on. Here comes this guy. He was from Korea. He needed to take gifts back for all the women back home. He ends up grabbing almost $800 worth of earrings. Okay.
Yeah.
Everything's all fine and good. And I'm literally in the middle of wrapping everything up, ringing up the sale, and he looks at the earrings and he looks on the back of the display card that they were on.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, no, we have a big problem." I'm like, "Oh, fuck, what? What? No, what's the issue, sir?" "Oh, I need these gifts to take back home. This says made in Korea. I can't take this back home." I said, No, sir. Only the display card is made in Korea. They have to label it so that we can import them correctly. But the earrings themselves are made here in the States. Oh, are you
fantastic.
sure? Oh, I'm positive. I'll tell you what, I can even box them up in a brand new, nice box, and it won't say anything made in Korea. Oh, that's perfect. Those earrings were most definitely, they're probably made by his fucking cousin.
You think so?
You never know. But
made by his cousin, this guy.
He bought that line and all the earrings. And then my dad came in that night, you know, to do the, you know, end of the night register, tally everything up. And I hadn't said anything to him. I could have totally called him after the sale. I'm like, "Baba, I just made a big sale." I didn't say shit. He comes in, he's like, "So how is it going tonight?" I'm like, slow. He's like, "Yeah, you know, it's that time of year." He goes to take the X rating from the register, and he's doing one of those like double takes looking at it. And he looks over at me, doesn't say anything, goes back over to the register, counts the money, sees that everything is accurate, and he just was like, "What the hell?" I'm like, "Yeah, I forgot to tell you about that big sale I had." And he was like, "I can't believe it." He was like, you know, I barely expected, you know, $400 total today. He's like, "You did over $1,000 bucks." This was like me, like I said, I was just getting started with my dad. I was still a teenager. And that kind of just set the standard for many more sales to follow after that.
I don't know why my dog's so attached right now. He's just hanging out. You know, so I'm not gonna push him away. I'm gonna hang out with him.
So I'm just curious, when is the last time that you actually bought and used regular, like, the quarter size papers?
It's been a while. I would like to. Well, I don't know if I'd like to go back to it. I prefer the king size. It gives me enough room. If I want to roll a small or a thin one, I can at least do that. If I go smaller than a king size, like your regular size, I would only do it with a pre-roll cone because I don't like to roll things that small. I would just rather just put it in a cone because it's going to be over fairly quickly. I'm one of the few people that can smoke a joint fairly quickly. You know, you've seen how quick they go from one joint to another. I could smoke a regular size joint, in a 5-minute period, because that's, it's sticking aside of my mouth. Just something like this, I could just be smoking. And I just keep going and going. Because it just tastes that great. I just hang out here and burn one, Love it.
I'm so sorry. Holy shit.
I'll blow it my nose a little bit too, yeah. Well, I mean, the weather changes in our particular region, What was it, like 80 degrees today, or whatever the fucking hell?
That's fucking ridiculous is what it is.
Well, yeah, it keeps going hot, cold, hot, cold. That's pretty much spring for you in the Northeast. So, yeah, we're at like 64 degrees, down to about 58 at night. And then tomorrow by 3 p.m., you're hitting 82. So,
right.
Yeah, I mean, that's quite a temperature variance. You're going from, oh, it's cold to, oh my God, it's really warm, Anyways. And also at my old age, sometimes I'll go to the masseuse. I found this one spot where they're pretty good, and they're not like some of the other spots where they don't know what they're doing, and then they offer hand jobs, and that's all it's about, hand jobs. But at my older age, 40s going into my 50s, my hips get a little stiff, my shoulders definitely get a little stiff, and they friggin' hurt. And it's like a very weird thing to say because in my 20s and 30s, I was like hammering weights down, and that was never an issue. What, my shoulders hurt? Yeah, it's because I did too many reps of this fucking thing. Now they hurt because I'm getting older. I slept on it fucking funny. So anyway, I go to the masseuse, and I remember, they're like, "Oh, is it really hot in here?" I'm like, "No, why?" I'm like, "Where the fuck do you ask me if it's too hot in here?" And this other masseuse, sticks her head into that. Oh, is it kind of hot in there? And she asked her, and she's like, "No, I asked him too. He didn't say it was." And she's like, "Well, he's Indian." I'm like, that's right. That's right. I am Indian. Well, genetically wise, I didn't. I was born or raised in India.
See, that's like that. That's when I would have just
and show him that video, the chai tea.
That's when I would have just like taken the opportunity to do, because I love to fuck with people, and I wouldn't have been able to help myself there. Like, oh, so you think the whole of India is hot? I happen to be from the Himalaya region. We like it cold. And then just see their faces for like that split second, like, oh my God. I'm so like, no, I'm just fucking with you. I got you. Got you. How you say, I got your goat. But no, I'm vegetarian. Yeah. We don't do it. I don't eat. That's not entirely true. I definitely would eat goat. It's not one of my favorites. I have eaten it. I much prefer lamb over goat.
Yeah. Lamb over goat. I like lamb, yeah.
It's just so much tastier, more tender meat. I mean,
there's less meat on goat, big issue with there being more, bone than meat on your goat you're trying to eat. There's this one spot in Buffalo, New York that had this buffet that you could go to that they would leave out that you could, sit there or you could like get takeout. And they always had a really good goat curry, and they would have like, those pieces of goat were fairly large. I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I've definitely had good goat curry before, but I'd much rather have a good lamb curry.
Yeah. Lamb curry, huh? Yeah, I like the lamb curry, the goat curry. It's good stuff. Isn't what Great Britain's national dish? What kind of curry is it? Or is it chicken tikka masala, isn't it? Chicken tikka masala, mate. Yeah.
It's like all these years later, they still can't even eat without us.
No, they love you. They love India because India welcomed them.
I don't know if that's the exact terminology I'd use.
Well, for the most part.
It wasn't like we welcomed them. They showed up. And then they
we
just
said, oh, well, if we don't welcome you, then we're fucked. So we're just going to welcome you.
It was like if you ever watched any of Eddie Izzard's stand-up.
Yeah.
He has a whole skit about it, and he's like, it was basically like, oh, well, do you have a flag? Well, you don't. Well, you can't have one. We do, so now this is ours. Okay. Like, oh, shit. What happened? Arey, who let all these goras in here? Then the guy's assistant, Sahab, you did. I did? You made the deal with them for all the gold and the whiskey. You told them they can stay. They are your number one mehman. They are your lovely guest. Oh, shit. Fuck. Call that skinny Guju guy up. Tell him to go on hunger strike and get them out of here. And again, to anybody, I'm not going to get into the whole thing, but just think about this for 1 second.
Yeah.
You have the British Empire, the height of their power.
Yeah.
India is their crown jewel. They are one of the, at the time in the world, superpowers. After all, what was their phrase? The sun never sets in the British Empire. And you mean to tell me that you really believe because some 5'7" skinny ass Gujarati guy basically said, I don't like what you're doing and I'm not going to eat because of it. That's why they left.
Yeah.
Yep. Totally believable. Now, we're the biggest world power, but my God, this Gujarati chap is going to starve himself. Oh, bloody hell, we better go. Wrap it up, gents, wrap it up. Time to go. Cheerio. Really?
Yeah, of course.
Said like a true Hindustani.
Of course. The headship, yeah.
He is the grandfather of our nation.
You don't know a thing about the grandfather of the nation, eh?
He's like, how do I got that shit? Fucking grandfather of pimps. He ain't shit. But anyhow.
Yes.
What else you been thinking about? What's been on your mind?
Me, well, I was thinking about looking up, where is this? You are laughing, but you are crying at the same time, eh? No. All right, let me look it up here. Saved. We got.
That's what they always. That's what the Punjabis say. You know, when like you got two buddies, and one of them gets married.
Yeah.
And then you see, you know, on the wedding day that the guy is smiling. And in the Indian weddings, you always see the girl's crying. She's leaving her family. And you know what the real deal is? Why the guy's smiling and why the girl's crying?
Why?
For the girl, this is her last day of sadness.
Cheech.
She's now married, and now she has a brand new set of immaculate virgin balls that have never been busted, the likes of which they're going to be busted during the marriage. So that's her last day of sadness. And for the groom, his virgin balls are about to get busted like they've never got busted before. And that's his last day of happiness. And that's why they say happily married. She's happy and he's married. It's a joke and it obviously loses in the translation, but
Yeah. I am pretty excited about what you have just said. So, what will you do about this in the future? Eh? Hello?
what am I going to do about it?
You are really crazy these days, eh, Pancho?
तो हमेशा बैंचो बोलते है कोई दूसरे आदमी का बैंड कभी चोट करती है क्या?
What? When does this happen? Last week or today? I don't understand. You are
You
speaking about
understand
this.
what I asked you?
No, what have you asked me? I'm speaking from the
I
heart.
said you keep saying banjo. I said, when's the last time you fucked some guy's stern?
Oh God. Well, you know, the last time I think I did that was what? You don't have a sister.
Joke backfire ho gaya sahi. Bang bang.
Unless it was you in a wig, but I don't think that's possible.
नहीं
Maybe a distant relative. Anyway,
प्रेम सिंह
I was
वो तो चीज नहीं करता मैंने
right. So,
जनरेशन
what will you do?
नहीं है मैंने ट्रांस वैंस नहीं है हाँ एकदम मर्द है लंडे गया बहन चोद. See, that's what I love about our language.
What's good?
Every other language, you have slang words for dick.
Okay.
But Punjabi, there are two. So it's what kind of a dick? You have luli, and then you have lund.
Okay.
Luli is a millimeter pita. Oh, so small. Lund is gate ki tarah se, like a fucking donkey. Donkey!
A donkey.
So, when's your watch gonna get here?
Me? Let me look it up right now. This watch is coming in from Vukum. It's a Vukum.
Buka, uka. Buka. Is that place still around?
I think something may have happened to that owner or something. Do you remember his name?
Nah. And I met
His
him
mother
way.
opened a restaurant for him because he was like something happened outside his spot, or I don't know, something like that.
Damn.
Oh man.
Oh, that's South Side. I mean that's a very I don't want to say problematic area, but it ain't what it used to be. Put it that way. And yeah, I mean, you always hear every weekend about some fight, something happening in the South Side.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
I mean, I used to live there, but it's a shame what's happened with that neighborhood. It really is. Because it went from the 90s having a real cool, almost Soho, Greenwich Village vibe to it.
Yeah.
To it turned into some fucked up East Coast version of Bourbon Street.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like there used to be a coffee shop down there that was called the Beehive.
Okay.
And let me tell you that place, I mean, they used to have a back courtyard area where people could go to smoke and cigarettes, but they'd always smoke something else back there too. I mean, there was always somebody smoking back there, and it was the closest that I could get to that Amsterdam coffee shop experience. Like, if they had a fucking showcase full of bud, it would have been an Amsterdam coffee shop. It had that same vibe, and I loved going in there. And at one point, not too far long ago, I mean, shit, I was going in there with my ex-wife. So 2010, 2011, they still had a smoking area inside in a establishment indoors. You were allowed to get your coffee and go to a table and sit down and have a cigarette. And I'm sure you can imagine, me, how much time I spent there.
Right.
I mean, that was kind of, that was my hangout. I was never one you never find me hanging out in a bar. That's not even remotely my style. But coffee shop with a fucking French press, full in front of me and, fucking ashtray. Hell, man, I'm posted up. I'm chilling. I'm reading a book or whatever, on my computer, whatever the fuck.
Right.
So.
Oh, God damn. Hey, goddamn motherfucker.
I did my injection the other night. It's,
Oh, yeah. It is strong.
Definitely doing the number on my gut. You'll have that time to time. So what else is on your mind?
Except this bud. Holy shit, it is kicking my ass.
What, that OG?
Yeah. It makes me want to go to bed. Relax.
Really?
And zone out. And be quiet. And it clams me up. That's the problem. So that's how I feel about that. Damn. Talking about
that is very interesting. Because for me, that OG, like, it was definitely a hitter, but it didn't give me that same type of nighttime vibes.
Yeah.
Now, you already know, how I felt about our buddy's Ashburger. That I won't even fucking think about smoking that if there's daylight outside. Like that just, like, I know what'll happen to me.
Yeah.
I want to go to sleep in an hour. And that's what, like, I Platinum Lemon Cherry Gelato ain't too far behind it. This particular iteration of it.
Yeah.
It was very, very indica leaning. Like, holy shit. Like, that's one of those where I got to make sure I don't leave that on my tray overnight. If it's if it's a work night. Weekend, I get, whatever. I get, oh shit, I'll just go back and take a nap. Okay. But during the work, I fuck up and take a hit of that one morning. Oh no. Oh God. Oh, I don't even want to think about that. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'll have to pull one of the fucking, get the Cafe Bustelo fucking Keurig pot I get and use 4 of them and do like the small coffee setting, but like do 4 of those and have like one big mug of like super strong coffee in order to wake up from that shit. Which you saw the other day. Apparently, you and I have a very different taste in how we make our coffee personally.
Yeah, that's true. You really like a thicker consistency here at night.
In general, I mean, it don't matter the time of day. I just like that very strong flavor.
I prefer it between strong and that really light flavor because that was fairly light, but like, it's fairly light because I didn't want to, drink a lot of caffeine at night.
That's fair.
You understand? Cocksucker?
You's a funny guy.
Yeah.
So anything new pot news wise? I mean, everybody seems to be talking about this rescheduling of everything.
No, rescheduling basically meant that tax breaks for rich business owners, people that were adversely affected by all of this. Well, guess what? You're still adversely affected by all of this. If you hope to go between state to state, you still cannot do this, and it is still deemed illegal. It just means that it is just reclassified for the purpose of taxes. Wait. I mean, like, what the fuck, bro? Like, you gotta be fucking retarded to, like, fucking... Like, or am I just... I gotta be the retarded one, right? Yeah, see, that's why we're hanging out here, just hanging out here, doing jack shit. But, someone's in Washington, fucking suit and tie, and this is what they came up with. Cock, sucking, fuck. Shit. That's what I think about that. Those 3 words. Cock, sucking, fuck, and then shit. Fuck. Oh, man. Right? I mean, what the hell? This is the best they came up with.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this is the I
mean, you keep trying to change the fucking channel. We're like, okay, look, we don't like what we're fucking watching here. Let's change the channel. That doesn't even work. These cocksuckers are on all the fucking networks. Now they got people knocking at your door. Holy shit. It's stressful. It's not fair. I don't agree with it. Nobody does. Who wants this friggin' funded harassment? There you go. Let me fund my own freaking goddamn stress. Fucking hell.
Well,
I mean, if you want to spit right now because you're so disgusted, I get it. You go fucking hack a big one in the bathroom. I get it. I understand. I think everybody understands. I'm pretty disgusted myself.
They're
We've allowed this to persist
that's
this
the worst
far.
part of it is, you know, I mean,
Silly
like
stuff.
you see so much of this shit, and after a while, you know, I hate to say it, but you get fucking jaded. You're just like, oh, here it is again. Okay.
Is it jaded or like you go into survival mode? You're like, you know what? If I ever get to escape on that fucking spaceship out this motherfucker, and the keys are just sitting in it, I think I just might. I'd come grab you first, though. Be like, hey, Primo, let's go. Like, all right, let's go. There we go. So, you know, then the show will take place, you know, on a spaceship.
You
And then we would broadcast us to everyone. Like, all right, cocksuckers, we're going somewhere. Who are these guys in the Tachini velour suits?
I mean, you know, I feel like you're always in, like, I mean, for me at least, I'm always in survival mode. That's part of life. But like you and me, our idea of survival mode is way different than a lot of other people's.
Okay.
You know, the general way we are, you know, like the other night in the parking lot with that guy. You know,
you keep going back to the parking lot. The parking lot. Has this been going through your head a lot lately?
It was just the most recent incident, but you know, we were both alert to that guy at the same time. Most people don't have that, and you know, again, like I said, that guy didn't. You know, I hate to sound so stereotypical, but he did not look like he belonged there. That's kind of where I was hitting it, because that establishment, it's so weird with the way the parking is set up.
Yeah.
The majority of
what do you think the purpose would have been? You think he's trying to break and enter vehicles?
Some kind of scam.
Scam? Well, what kind of scam? I don't understand what kind of scam.
Who knows, bro? He could have been trying to, you know, it might have been a kind of stick-up type robbery. You know?
No, he guessed.
Don't say no. Don't say no when, like, 5 years ago they did that to a group of Indians that set up for a weekend, one-day jewelry show, and went to that same Indian restaurant and got fucking robbed in the parking lot of that restaurant.
That's interesting.
So, yeah, like I don't say things.
Well, I'm really happy that I did have all my faculties about me, because the body language, as soon as the person crossed over, I was trying to assess what was going on, but
because you got to remember,
every time I had access to my firearm, and I could have had a draw speed of under a minute and a half, or a minute and a half, a second and a half. So I was on my shit the whole time, even behind the car, and just kind of like trying to watch everything. I was trying to figure out if that person was associated with the other person in that vehicle next to us, the female in the vehicle. That's what I was trying to assess, which I wasn't. It looked like that person was on the phone or something.
That's what I mean.
Going on there?
Yeah, you don't. There's so many possibilities.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on there.
You got to remember.
It just seemed like someone who just didn't have any sort of like faculty about like time or fucking space.
That's how it may have appeared. That's what it might have.
It's like, what are you doing about?
You got to remember that restaurant
fucking dirty out here in a second, motherfucker.
That restaurant is right near the temple. Yeah. People constantly go there right after the temple. You and I both know that, especially the South Indians, when they go to the temple, they will tend to dress up. What do most Indian women have as jewelry when they dress up? 22 karat gold. So people have gotten wise to that shit. And I mean, when you think about,
maybe you should just kind of bring it up in conversation to the owner and be like, hey, did you have anything kind of weird happen last night? And just, I mean, maybe one of the times just to kind of understand what's going on in that area.
If anything would have happened, it would have made the news. But again, I'm not saying it happens there every fucking week, but that could have been an incident.
Do you remember that? Okay, so, as I age, I realize I'm not physically intimidating. Just not. And that's fine. Because I have the tools to do that. And I kind of feel like... See, Primo's about to laugh that smoke out. Remember that fucking thing I got from Brazil?
The hand hatchet.
No, the handheld. I call it a handheld.
The hand hatchet.
Yeah. What you do is you you bring it up all the way here. It's like a 5-pound freaking... Anyways, we're not going to describe this thing, but it is the most menacing looking pair of knuckles. Anyways, enough said. But it's menacing. Oh, man, if I saw someone pull that out, I would fucking run. So, yeah, I guarantee anyone would fucking run. Because honestly, it's like, sometimes you need that, and you don't want to be the person that pulls out, anything more than that, because the consequences are fucking dire. But the other thing will at least get the message to go through, a little bit safer than the other method. So had you pulled one of those things out, the person in the parking lot, he probably would have gone to the other side of the parking lot, and then you would have, gotten to put your food in the trunk, unharassed, get into the vehicle, unharassed, and then, pursue your happiness for the evening.
I mean, it was one of those where somehow I think just the way you and I generally carry ourselves, that also, it's one of those where you might see us walking from a distance and feel like you have a shot. You get close to us and you hear the way we're talking, and then you get a closer look at it, both of us.
Did he just call the little one a cocksucker? Did the little one say he was going to jam something in the other guy's ass?
No. Neck. Remember?
Oh, yeah. Go for the neck. The jugular. Yeah.
Didn't you see no?
Casino? What do you mean? I'm fucking living it with you.
Well, I ain't stabbed nobody in the neck yet. I mean...
Well, there's this... I was looking at this stuff on social media. It was really funny. And there are these social media influencers that just... Like, the toughest guy in Britain is this dude that's, built. What is he? He's built like 250, 260, 6'5". That he bumps into this Nigerian guy, and Nigerian goes like, "Oh, I'm 6'9", and I posted on there. I was like, I tagged Joe Pesci, said they haven't met you. I mean, what the fuck? These fucking guys, meathead assholes. And it's mostly about cruelty with things like that. If you're good at violence, you're good at being cruel. That's like another level than someone who goes to the gym that's pumped up. Those are two different things. The guy who's at the gym that's pumped up can pick you up, throw you, maybe throw a few good shots. But if you're, a cruel and methodical person, it's methodical. So it starts from point 1, 2, and 3, and by the point 4, you're like, what the fuck just happened? And you've lost the fight already. So
Well,
Just saying.
yeah, there is something to be
There's
said.
a lot more to it than just brawn.
I figured that out from a young age for one simple fact.
What?
Genetics. I knew I wasn't going to be no fucking 6 foot something. I knew I wasn't going to be no huge dude. Okay. I got to work with what I got. All right. And this thing, the other, whatever happened, and hi, how you doing?
Hi, how you doing? Oh yeah, so by the way, we left off on the part about the Vucom watch and everything.
Yeah.
It says it was shipped to Authenticator, because that's their whole process here. They ship the watch to an authenticator. This authenticator is going to authenticate this watch. And it says last location Vandalia, Ohio. And yeah, it's whatever it is, it's going through there. Hasn't been authenticated yet. So we'll find out when.
Did they give you an estimate as to when you should have it by?
You're gonna have it when you're gonna have it. Hang on. I figure by the 6th of May or by then. By the 6th of May. What are we at? April 23rd. We've got another 7 days. It's another week. Thursday. And maybe about another week to 2 weeks. Oh, they got to authenticate. Do you understand? Good.
Oh, very, very, very anxious to see that.
Yeah. Me too. I can't wait to show the people the watch that I got a killer fucking deal off of. Guys, if you're not checking out Vucom on eBay, you really can get some pretty good deals I've seen. And some that are, I don't know. I would say I probably wouldn't jump on them, but if others did, for whatever reason they did it. But I jumped on this one for whatever reason, because this watch, I'll give you a clue, it's a watch from the 80s. So it's not even a watch from the 90s, the 2000s, 2010s, 2020s. So it's what is it? Would you say it's a vintage piece by now?
Oh, yeah.
What makes a piece a vintage piece? What, 25 years or what?
It's about 25 years.
Okay. Makes sense.
20, but definitely 25 years or more. That's definitely vintage.
So we're both vintage, pretty much.
Oh, we are
Nice.
we are very vintage.
Nice. We are vintage. So you heard it from us. Yes.
Technically, the one piece that I have, I guess, yeah, that basically would be considered a vintage piece at this point. The one Tissot Sea Star that I have.
Yeah.
It's from 2003 and has the ETA 2824.
Yeah.
It does need servicing because it runs. It still runs perfect, but it can stick every now and then. Like, I haven't been wearing it, so I might have to literally hit it off my hand a couple times to get everything moving. And that's how I know it needs a service. So I really don't want to wear it right now.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's true. I guess you don't want to really do that. It costs money to do these things.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm really thinking. I think the next one's going to be the Black Bay Tudor GMT.
Oh man, those Tudors are so fucking popular, huh? I like the Seamasters a lot. They just, and I joined a couple of these fake watch groups because I'm interested to just get a look at this, and for as much as I've looked at watches with you between these sites, the visual on an Omega Seamaster, even if it's a super clone, it's just not the fucking same. Do you agree?
You mean like the super clones are getting close, but they just still don't have it?
I mean, they're close, but they don't have it. I mean, like, for example, the bezel quality, or just certain little things. You're like, yeah, that's not it. It's not real.
It's one of those things where at the end of the day, no matter how good they get, it is still a fake watch with no resale value, and basically is
La basura.
Yeah, I mean, straight up, it's trash. Yeah.
Garbage. Yes, that's what it looks like to my eyes now, because my eyes have adjusted, sort of like your noggin has adjusted to like can of tasting and everything. My eyes have adjusted to what looks good and legit to me. So when I look at my, the knockoffs that you had, those old ones that you were like, hey, check these out. They look really nice. They really, really, really do. But I've never seen those real, in person. I haven't. But to me, they look real, but I haven't been around the real one
The
enough.
ones that I got they're good. They're what is known as quad A's, which to a great degree I actually like more than the clones, because the quad A's are only focusing on this, how it looks on the outside. They're not worried about every little engraving on the inside, and but out here on your wrist, it's gonna look fucking banging. It's gonna look 100%. But if you take it off and somebody who knows watches like we do starts to scrutinize it, yeah, you're gonna know in a fucking heartbeat that it's it's a replica. And yeah, for a long time I was very much into those, and everybody's taste changed. I just, at this point, to me, I'm not going to get that same enjoyment out of, even like a super clone.
No, not at all.
Of, what I get, like, and there is truly a difference in the way it feels, the way it wears. When you have
go into detail.
What do you mean?
Go into detail with the way that it feels, the way that it wears. Like, what are certain things you look for in the feel of a watch, or the weight of a watch, or
it should, if you are spending good money on a watch, when it's in your hand, you should feel like you have a piece of quality engineering in your hand. You should really feel like you're holding something that is 1,000, 2,000, 5, 10, 15, whatever range you're in.
I just don't feel like that with that red Submariner knockoff I have at all.
No.
It looks like it.
Looks great. But
then when you touch it, you're like, it's very light and all that other shit. It's just,
whereas, like, I mean, I don't know if you can hear this. That snap just in releasing this. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's sounds that it makes.
Yeah, the way that sounded. Yeah, very nice. Here, let me see if I got a knockoff sitting around here. Oh, yeah, here we go. He's that knockoff. There it is.
I mean, there's definitely.
Let me click this thing here and. Did you hear that?
Kind of tinny. But
it's this one over here. Is that that one? And then you get this.
Oh, that's.
Yeah. You know where I get that one from. Kind of tinny, right? Yeah. If it were the real watch. I
mean, the real one is not going to make that sound.
No.
But yeah, like even this one,
Yeah.
the way the band sounds when I'm like shaking it around, like you can hear it's more solid.
Yeah. That is true. Yeah, this is a pretty nice little knockoff, though. It's got like, you see through the back and everything, and it's all for looks.
I don't know
It's
if I ever
all
told you
about
that
looks.
the
Yes.
movement that's in that watch, that's a Miyota 9015.
Oh, good. That's a pretty good movement. Nice.
Yeah. So I mean,
Right.
even being that it's a Japanese, the knockoff, it still has a good Japanese movement in it. You
Yeah.
know?
That is true.
But I mean, they're again, once you get into the nice Swiss watches, it's you're just better off. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I love watches, and I would love to be in a position where I'm getting a new watch every month.
Oh,
I'm not
God.
in
Can we
that
do that?
position. No, I mean the Invicta. That's called being an Invicta guy. You know, every week they every month they release something new on one of their shopping network channels, and inevitably, everybody eats it up. And again, if you like them, nothing wrong with that. Get what you like, but I don't know about anybody else, but I know I was pissed as hell after all the
Yeah.
money I spent on the Invictas, and then what I ended up, being able to sell them for.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I'm sorry, you can only wear a goddamn dinner plate sized watch for so long, and then you're like, oh, wait,
Yeah.
I actually want to be able to use my wrist the rest of my life.
It's true.
I mean, like at this point, I really don't know how I used to wear those Invictas, because for me, I'm used to this. My lawn jeans every day, it's a 43 millimeter. When I wear my Tissot occasionally, that's a 46. That thing
Yeah.
feels so fucking huge. Oh my God, bro.
Yeah.
It's like so massive and clunky, and yeah, it's just one of those where I'm like, like that's the maximum I could go at this point, would be 46. I could never do anything like 50, 52. Like, oh hell no. Good
Yeah.
God.
Once you get a 52 watch.
They
Or 60.
actually,
60.
I forget, they
God
have,
damn.
Invicta has one, and I had sized that up for a guy back in the day. And I will say this, he was a very large gentleman. He was a big dude. He was like 6, almost 7 foot. And like, why? Like, I mean, he was a big dude. That was about the only guy that I've ever seen in Invicta somehow look proportionately not that bad.
Yeah.
But it took a guy that was almost 7 foot and almost like 400, like a huge, as the Brits say, oh, he was a unit of a guy, wasn't he? There, yeah, right, yeah. He was a unit. He was.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be funny. You like looking at me like I just told you,
What do you think of this watch here? I'm sorry, I'm doing a couple things. So I like to multitask. And I want
Does
to
it tell
know
the
what
time?
It tells you to shut up. No, I'm just kidding. This one here.
The Oris
Everybody-
Diver 65.
Yeah, look at this.
Not bad.
12.15. Open box.
That's not
12.15.
bad at all.
It's killer. And I'm comparing it to this. That or this?
I mean, you know me, I always prefer the bracelets, but
But I
that
can
is
always change this strap out to anything I want, and that's a pretty nice piece.
I mean, that the same way. I mean, yeah, I guess it comes
Which
down
one
to
would you go with, you think? You would probably go with the steel bracelet, wouldn't you?
how much is the bracelet one?
12, 15, 14.95.
I'd actually go with the leather strap in that one. That's
Not a bad band.
it's not a bad band, but I mean, fucking 300 extra just because it's a steel band.
Yeah, and you can do what? You can always get steel bands from anywhere, couldn't you?
You could get steel bands from anywhere down the line. If you absolutely wanted it, you could probably still get that steel band from Oris. It'd probably be around the same price, you know,
Yeah.
because the OEM straps for certain watches. I mean, I don't know why these companies charge the exorbitant amounts that they do, but for instance, um, I think a replacement
Yeah.
stainless steel band for a Rolex Submariner
Yeah.
is like almost 2 G's, and it's stainless steel.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
My lawn jeans, if I wanted to get the one rubber strap was 200 and the other one was 300.
Okay.
If I get it from lawn jeans.
Yeah.
But ironically, I found a knockoff on Etsy for like $40. And I didn't pull the trigger on it because I'm sitting there, I'm like, am I really gonna get a fake band for my real watch?
Yeah. What do you think?
I
No.
I I didn't pull the trigger on it, so I mean obviously I wasn't completely, I'm not gonna lie, that there's a huge part of me that's like I'd much rather have a whatever else brand, like Straps Co. I know they're a big watch band brand. I'd rather have a Straps Co. $40 fucking band than a fake, because let's say I did, I did go to sell that and I
Yeah.
forgot about it. And here the person's looking at it, they're like, well, the watch looks okay, but this band looks, it just muddies the water. So, whereas if they're looking at it like, oh, this is an aftermarket band, yeah, oh, yeah, okay. There's not that issue of is it real or fake. It's an aftermarket band. It's not. And I already have a black silicone one picked out on Amazon. It has the curved ends. It's made to fit the Hydro Conquest. $20. I'll grab it next paycheck. God, I am so congested all of a sudden. Take another hit here. Ooh. Probably take another hit and have a smoke, and then think it might be about that time. What watch are you looking at now?
So looking at the Aurus, and then I asked AI to kind of project its future value. I figured it would be between 1,000 and 1,250. So I mean, I'm like, so it's more of like, hey, you're gonna enjoy this watch, wear it out. Then I'm looking at the movement, the 733, and then I'm like, yeah, that was that whole issue. I fucking
What?
Anyways, what's a 733 movement versus their 433 movement, which I really want to own and like wear and things like that. I don't know. They just talked it up so goddamn much. I'm like, I really think this is a cool watch. So,
I mean, don't get me wrong. The Caliber 400 move is a great move. It's a 5-day reserve. I mean, you're getting a hell of a lot of engineering for the money. But that being said, the 733 ain't nothing to shit on either, bro. That is a like more fine-tuned SW200 movement. That is still a go-to. There are two main, if you're talking about an automatic movement, Swiss made, 4 hertz with the date function, there are two main movements that are used in the Swiss watchmaking industry, unless you're talking about in-house movements. That is the SW200 by Sellita and the ETA 2824 by ETA. Okay. Those are your two main go-tos where, I mean, the people have been using those for
you're like
a number of years. The SE, okay. Oris takes that movement and tweaks it to where they tighten the standards on it even a little bit more. Like here, let me even ask Google here, or here I'll do it on my phone so we can hear it. What are the main differences between the Sellita SW200 movement and the Oris Caliber 733 movement?
The Oris Caliber 733 is a high-grade, modified version of the Sellita SW200. They share features like jewels, frequency, and power reserve. However, the main differences lie in branding, cosmetic upgrades, and Oris's tighter regulation of the Oris Caliber 733.
So they're tighter regulations. Let's see here.
This is bidding at 28.8 on it.
Oris typically uses the higher. Yeah, they both are at the as far as that. But here, hold on. Let's see what Caliber Corner has to say about this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What does it have to say about this?
Hold on, it's okay. Both are based on the SW200. Both have the same dimensions and jewel count. The main difference is the power reserve quoted by Oris. whereas the the 733-1 has a 41-hour power reserve, where the SW200 has a 38-hour power reserve. So they tweaked it that little bit to get an extra 3 hours out of it.
Sounds excellent. I am very happy para ti. Para ti.
I mean, I definitely am still thinking about getting an Oris too, but as much as I've seen the price on that Tudor go up, the Oris prices haven't jumped that high. But that Tudor, you know, and you know why that is. You know exactly why that is. Because who are they related to?
Rolex?
They are the shield that guards the crown.
See.
So, but I think you're, you know, I mean, not immediately, but the Orises are going to appreciate. I think I've noticed that outside of the big names that always appreciate Rolex and Patek, etc. You're starting to see a lot more of the heritage watch companies from Switzerland starting to get a lot more love now.
Who are some of these heritage companies? So Oris is one of them, you're saying?
Oris is definitely one of them.
Tudor, of course.
Tudor. Well, no, Tudor's rather newer.
Okay.
Longines, Tissot, and then a couple brands have been resurrected: Nevada Grenchen, Universal Genève. So there, and it's interesting because it's almost like a neo vintage type thing. They're bringing back a lot of the older styles, but with newer innovations, etc. And it just kind of coincides with the vintage market being so strong right now. People are really going for the older timepieces because they're realizing, hey, if this fucking thing was made in the 80s and it's still going, must be a fucking quality piece.
Right.
So, and it is, especially in the case of, any of your older, Rolex, Breitling, their older models are the most sought after ones right now. Fuck, I'd love to own a classic Breitling from like the early 2000s. They're still the best looking ones in my opinion. I mean, they just got a certain, for lack of a better term, they just have a certain gravitas about them. They really got that 90s flavor, and I don't know. I think we were very lucky the age that we grew up in.
90s? Fuck yeah. You kidding me?
I mean, just so much good shit.
Yeah.
But so what are your end of the night thoughts here?
Nothing specific, just that I believe this whole thing with cannabis legalization is a farce. It's not really legalization, it's a joke. But anyways, other than that, doing hunky dory here today. How about you? You got less
You
less
gonna pull the
requests?
trigger on that Oris?
Well, I don't know. We're gonna see. See.
I'll tell you one watch that I saw on Joma Shop's used thing, if they still have it, that I was definitely considering in, outside of an Oris. They had a used Raymond Weil Freelancer blue dial dive watch for like $1,000.
Yeah.
That's another brand a lot of people kind of sleep on, but they make some really nice stuff. Is Raymond Weil.
Raymond Weil. I should look that up.
Go to Joma's shop under pre-owned watches.
Yeah.
Just select automatic movement and then go price low to high, and it should pop up. If they still have it.
No, they don't still have it. I don't see it. No.
Hold on.
T. I'll be 1 second. Gonna grab me a snack.
So how you people doing out there, huh? It's getting a little late. A little stoned. Excuse me. Yeah, watches can be very addictive. I will warn you guys. You start off looking at, $200-300 watches, and next thing you know, you're figuring out how much you can afford monthly.
That's right. See?
So they do still have it. I don't know.
Oh.
Go to Joma's shop.
Okay. Okay.
Go to pre-owned watches.
Men. Where's the pre? Oh yeah, pre-owned.
Then select men's under gender, and then under movement, select automatic. Once you've done those two things, go up and do the sort thing, price low to high.
Is there a brand?
Don't worry about the brand yet. Just do exactly how I'm telling you. Men's automatic movement, and then do the price low to high. Let me know when you've done that.
Okay.
So you should be looking at the first row should be a Tourneau, a Hamilton, a Tourneau, and a Longines, right?
Yeah.
Second row should be a Maurice Lacroix, a Longines, and then the Raymond Weil.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Ah. Very nice.
Raymond Weil Freelancer Blue Dial. That's not a bad watch for $1,000.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah. All these different colors and stuff like that on the watch faces. Yeah, I'll share a screen with you. Here you go.
Oh, yeah. The one with the black bezel and the blue dial is really stunning. Like, go back a couple. Go back. Okay. Third one on yep. That really got a look to it.
Very cool.
You definitely tend to like the more of the gold stuff. Then again, you might have to get yourself some more stainless steel jewelry coming up here.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Well, if you want to be coordinated. get yourself like a matching bracelet, for the right wrist. Get you a couple pinky rings. Get you a nice stainless steel necklace. 3 or 4, and then hey, you look like me. What you've always aspired to.
Fantastic.
Oh, what? You never aspired to look like me?
No, why?
What's wrong with me?
Nothing.
Was it the way I talk? What's so funny about me?
Yeah. But what?
What are you eating, badam?
Ube Chex Mix.
Well, boy, I was not even remotely correct. Ube Chex Mix?
Sí.
Is that similar to like eBay Chex Mix or
Sí.
eBay Ube?
It's something I had picked up in Hawaii from this place called Matsumoto Shaved Ice.
Damn.
Yeah, they had all these snacks and stuff, and these were like really, really good.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a smoke here, and then I think unfortunately it'll be about that time to hit the proverbial hay.
Holy crap! I got so baked right there. I just needed to fucking eat something and wake myself up a little bit. Holy shit! Comatose. That's what I needed.
I've definitely been there before.
Yeah, I just needed some yogurt, some ube Chex Mix, and 2 coffee balls. Chocolate coffee balls.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That hash burger is kicking in.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It never ceases to amaze me just how varied all the different strains and everything. You smoke one and like, oh wow, man, I'm feeling great. I'm gonna rearrange my furniture in my living room and paint
God.
the bathroom, and then there's other ones like this hash burger.
Yeah.
You take 2 bong hits and you're like,
Really?
Well, you just, your brain's buffering. It's just that fucking constant blue spinning circle. Like, wow.
All right. So I think it's about time that We throw in the towel. All night. All right. Any final
there,
words?
that was a transition.
Yeah, it's a cinematic. All right. Any last words?
Like the Superman is here now.
Yeah, here we play some lounge music then. Oh, and Primo's gonna finish off the show. Just this way.
1, 2, 3, into the 4. We say goodbye. We're fucking out the door. Ready to make it.
All right, guys. Well, I guess on that note, peace out.